What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekly collective tarot for the week of November 29th through December 5th of 2021. Truly appreciate you all. Hope you had a good holiday week, good weekend, all that good stuff. We're coming into a big week astrologically, so as always, I want to pull some cards and get another perspective on the week. Hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Let's see. Definitely sending you all my best, putting my intention into these cards for a very true message for the collective that can help us through in any way. All right, let's see what we get here. Illumination is the moon card in reverse. Seems like there's change with the moon, feelings, intuition, but it's reversed. So I feel like we're needing to really illuminate how we're feeling on the matter, really illuminate what's coming up. All that subconscious stuff, all that intuitive thought needs to be paid attention to, and shining a light on that sort of hidden aspect within you so that some of the creepy crawlers don't, maybe come out and, I don't know, maybe just take you for a spin you don't want to go on. Like, this is maybe where we kind of have to get in a little bit of control over our emotion or our feeling and use that so that we can make changes, because really the moon is always changing its phase, and the moon card kind of represents the change is a constant in life. So we need to be kind of accepting of illuminating a path this week that maybe has some constructive change and isn't a detrimental change. We got, for the moon card, the Seven of Pentacles upright. I love that card. I think this is saying, emotionally we're kind of ready to put our feelings into something that we know is going to pay out. It's almost like maybe we don't know exactly what that is yet, or we've been working for something for a while, and now's a good time to really check on the feeling of the matter instead of suppressing how you feel about what you've been putting your energy into in the physical world, whether it's through jobs or what you're trying to create right now. It's like, is it paying out? Does it have like an end that does feel right, that does feel like it's going to give that return on investment or the return on the work that you've put in? Hard work pays off. Sometimes we just have to keep moving, keep trying, and see what that brings you. Getting that card with the moon in this like sort of emotional spot, it's like, and getting the moon reversed for the sun card, it's just like, if you're feeling down about what you're doing or about your physical world right now, like, this is a great time to change that story this week. And there's no point in doing things that don't feel like they're going to pay out for you. So I think this is really getting in touch with your emotion, really get in touch with the feeling of the matter so that you're not, putting yourself through a cycle that you don't want to be in, but shifting things around to, at least if you're putting the work in the physical world, that it has some, comfort to you. Maybe not right now, maybe in the long term, but it feels right with you and it feels like it's going to give the payout that you're looking for. Mars got the Death card. Ooh. Transforming our identities a little bit this week, or maybe the ego's transforming. I think this can show a beautiful rebirth energy, and I think it's also kind of cutting away the past, with the Mars card getting it. So we can identify with the past, but we can also identify with the present. And where are you at in the present right now? Are you ready to cut away aspects of the world and the physical world that maybe you don't feel like they're in alignment anymore? So this can be beautiful new beginnings for us. I think we just have to be willing to go through the transformation and to make those beautiful things, come out into our world, come out into our daily life. It's almost like, it reminds me of Scorpio, of course. That is the card of Scorpio. It's like, really get into your desires right now. Get into your deep sense of emotion and intuition and feeling. We don't want to suppress that. And even the moon reverse coming out for the sun, it's like, if we're just going to suppress our feelings, we're missing something. So we got to feel everything so that we can transform into what's going to make us feel the best and give us what we're looking for. got the Ace of Cups for Mercury. I think that there's definitely new beginnings that maybe we're starting to understand consciously, that we're starting to have a good grasp on. Starting to see like, oh wow, if I do go into these sort of emotional waters, I actually get more, sense made up in my mind about the matter. So we can be seeing that, beginnings have a beautiful, kind of feeling, a beautiful sort of like, maybe taking us out of anxiety a little bit, showing us that like there's plenty of things that can be overflowing if we're willing to kind of change our mind on the matter and to not overlook how we feel, but to kind of sync up the mind with the feelings this week. Venus got the 10 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I guess we can have it all. We can have the house, the white picket fence, the family, whatever we're looking for. Maybe that's where the comfort's at right now, is like paying attention to all the things that you have achieved a high level on in your life, and maybe being grateful for that, thankful for that, and not just destroying things that are really nice in your life, but looking at the aspects that are not showing up, that aren't there fully, and paying attention to where those can transform, and holding on to the things that really have, like, that you have built, that have shown up for you, and that do bring you a sense of like fulfillment, like ultimate fulfillment, if you will. Relationships could be, pretty stable and comfortable this week, I would say, with that card. Like, seems like relationships or people in your life could be a very grounding force that actually makes you feel very secure and comfortable. Jupiter, 6 of Wands. I guess it's a victory week, That's great. I think that we're kind of, if we're in our intuition, we're trusting our feelings on everything, and especially around the physical world or finances, relationships, like we can really have a sense of like, wow, we're doing good. So I like this a lot. It's almost like the transformation is bringing amazing new beginnings that, like, you should feel victorious that you're writing this story for yourself. You should feel victorious that you've accomplished what you've accomplished up until this point, and then realize that there's always more, and it just keeps going. So if you're going to go into the next battle, at least you're going into the next battle knowing that you were victorious up until this point, and there could be a lot of abundance just in that mindset that's getting you ready for all the possibilities that you can now understand with that Ace of Cups with Mercury. So I like that a lot. Seems like we get some victory this week. 3 of Wands in reverse for Saturn. Yeah, it's not so much about the world here. Like, Saturn's kind of this restrictive energy, of course, what we need to, pay attention to. 3 of Wands is kind of this great expanse and looking out into the distance. It's almost like really look back into yourself this week. Really look back into how you're feeling about everything, and instead of worrying about so much that's going on in the world, look at everything that's close to you. Pay attention to all that, and I bet you'll see that like you have made some really big victories, and you should be giving yourself all the acknowledgement and all the accolade for what you've done, so that you can stay steady, secure, feeling comfortable through a transformation that's actually giving you so much strength right now. And I think that there's really beautiful beginnings that are just like ready to come into the slide, ready to come into your story. And you just don't want to look out like, oh, it's way out there. No. Saturn with this 3 of Wands reverse is saying like you definitely want to pay attention to the inner, and the moon reversed for the sun is highlighting that too. So pay attention to all your feelings. It's not about what's outside of you. It's about what's inside of you right now. That's where the victory is. That's where the new beginnings are. And that's where you're going to find the best return on investment, is if you're putting your energy into that and then bringing that out into the physical world for you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse for the Pluto card. So I think we're at a place of like transforming decision making, transforming like these things that we've been weighing out in life. Maybe it's chaos, maybe it's stability, maybe it's all these, wild choices that we get to make right now. And it's like, we're just coming to a place of, we're going to transform and make the best decision. Some things don't need to be weighed out that much. We might think they do, but I think our decision making ability with this card is is getting an upgrade, actually. It wants to transform. Maybe we get presented with choices this week that are sort of karmically meant to come back in to be a little test. And those tests are actually the greatest transformation. So if something comes up, pay attention to what it is, and trust your intuition on the matter, so that you can start transforming your story by not going back into karmic loops or karmic cycles that you're done with. You're transforming past that, and there's a lot of victory in that transformation. The Grand Trine, blessings. Yeah, we got blessing. We got the Jupiter return last week. So yeah, there's a lot of blessings out there. I think we can come to a very, good understanding of that. And things are working very harmoniously in our favor. So it's pretty amazing where we can take this week, I think. It's like there's a transformation to some of the most blessed new beginnings and victory moments. It's just a matter of choosing to go into the blessings, and that's the transformation. That's the karma that's getting resolved right now. That's the new story that's trying to open up. And things can be pretty seamless if you're just acting intuitively and not shying away from the feeling of the matter. Like, you got to trust your feelings so that you can have a good, mental understanding. The mental and the emotional have to be kind of synced up if you want to get everything that you're looking for right now. And the more things that are in harmonious nature in your life, the more blessings are going to come true. Things that are out of harmony or not, synced up right, those are the things that are asking to be resolved. And we're so close to having a lot of that resolved. And I think this week actually shows the blessings for the work and the victory and what you kind of deserve. Love that. We got Pluto, 4th house, Leo. This is like a deep foundation of self-love that's getting transformation right now. And I think that that's a big victory point. So we want to be really, really intense and hone in on our inner self, our foundation, these feelings in our life. Maybe family, home, like stuff that's really close by. That's the stuff that we want to put the most attention towards, the most love towards. And if we're able to do that, then I think we can see a lot of the physical come out, a lot of like the career stuff and the polarity of that, a lot of the connectedness that we're looking for. So we're transforming a deep foundation of self-love that's going to be connected to family, that's going to be connected to excitement, joy, happiness. And that's where we want to put, like, we almost want to obsess over the happiness inwardly to get the victory, to transform this week and start new stories. And it's a transformative week, but it's almost like one of the most beautiful transformations that was ever meant to come. And I think it's a huge step in the collective evolution this week, as we're all writing a new story. And this story can be one that you've never been this secure in yourself before. And you just got to trust that. And that's the part that we're kind of closing out with a Scorpio lunation, is like really that inner trust and knowing your worth and knowing your value. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I will see you when I see you. Much love. Peace.